In this tutorial, we're going to show you how to put multiple pieces on the print bed. And instead of printing by layer, which can often waste a lot of filament and waste a lot of time, we're going to show you how to do something called print by object. So what we have here is we have four different pen pieces in the same build. All right. And after we slice them, what you're going to notice is that when I preview through the layers, it's going to print them. If I start from the bottom, it's going to print them one at a time. So it's printing the front one, then it's printing the second one, then it's printing the third row back, and eventually it's printing the last row back. So there's a couple things we have to be careful of. One, we want to make sure that the print head itself isn't going to collide. Um, After I print one part over here and I start printing this one, I don't want it to crash into this one. But the other part is if the pieces we're printing are excessively tall, it's not just the print head, but it's the crossbar that carries the print head in the printer that could potentially collide with your part. So we have to be careful of that. And that's part of the reason why we've staggered these pieces the way we have. So let's start over and we'll show you how we do this. So we're going to go to prepare. I'm going to go up here and I'm going to start a new project. All right. So the first thing I want to do is I'm going to bring in my pen parts as well as the pen parts of my partner. All right. So I'm going to hit Control I or Command I on the Mac, or you can just go to File and import your geometry. So I have uh, these two grip shells, and then I have the clip shell I'm going to bring in. So open up. Now, if you bring in all of the parts at the same time, it's going to ask you eventually, do you want them to be one part file or one combined object all treated as one thing on the build plate? And the answer for that question is going to be no. All right, so I don't want to load these as a single object. I want to load them as multiple parts. So I'm going to hit no on that one. And when they come in, they're all going to be stacked over each other. All right, so there's a couple different things I can do. I can grab, click off, the deselect, or hit escape on my keyboard to deselect. There we go. Then grab one, drag it, grab the next one, drag it, grab the next one, drag it. All right. Now I want a duplicate of this one because for the pen, I'm going to use this same piece. So I'm going to copy and paste. So Control C, Control V, if you're not familiar. So here's my four pen parts. I have two different colors established. If you don't have two different colors established, then if you hit the plus symbol over here, you can add an additional color. I'm working with pink and blue in this case. All right, so I'm going to have one pink pen and one blue pen. So I'm going to right click on this back piece, and I'm going to go down to where it says change filament, and I'm going to change that to blue. All right, I'm going to select this one. I'm going to right click, and I'm going to change this one to blue as well. You pick whichever colors you and your partner want for when you run your print. Ultimately, what this is going to do is it's going to allow us to run two pens in a single print job, which is a good thing. All right. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to reorient these. All right, so I'm going to select my first one and I'm going to go to lay flat. F on the keyboard is the shortcut for this. And then I'll rotate this around, put that one up on end. I'm going to grab this one, put that on end, grab this one, put that on end. I'll grab this one and put that on end. All right. Now, by orienting it the way I have, all right, you'll see the tenon is up at the top. This means by putting that up at the top, it means I won't require any supports, and that there is a good thing. So I'll rotate this back around. If I want to get back to kind of my fitting one part, then in the zoom, then I can click on that to do that. If I go to my front, all right, I can get to my different orientations by rotating the cube around here. Okay, but my favorite thing to do is hit Control 1 on the keyboard, and that gives me the top-down look. And so I'll zoom out by scrolling back. All right. So now that I got my pieces on here, they're set up to print by layer, right? So if I go ahead and slice this whole plate, then what it's going to do is it's going to print these by layer, um, and that's not what I want. right? So you can see it's trying to print all at the same time. And if we look at the amount of time it's going to take, you can see to print these, it's going to take 9 hours and 4 minutes. And that is not what we want at all. So what I'm going to do instead is if we come into our print settings, all right, and go to other, I'm going to go down to where it says print sequence. Instead of printing by layer, I'm going to print by object. Now, when I do this, I'm going to get some errors and you'll see why in a second. All right, so print by object, and it says, wait a minute, these things are too close together. All right, so let's go back to our preview. And you'll notice in the preview, we get these circles. All right, these circles give us two things. One, they give us a warning if things are too close together. These circles are overlapping. So that means I need to move this and get it out of there. But two, I'm also getting an error that's saying it's too tall, it's going to collide. All right. So in order to um, take care of this error, what I need to do is I need to stagger my parts. So I'm going to put one way up here in the front. All right. And I've got this one here. It's staggered just beyond it. Okay, I'm going to put this one over here, and then I'm going to put this one back here in the back. All right, now it says I still have a collision warning, so I'll move this back, move this back, move this back, and see what I got. Oh, I have a collision warning on that one, so I'll move that one up. Notice my collision warning just went away. So that means I have no more errors to worry about, okay, and I should be in good shape to set this up to print. Other things I want to do, I want to go in here and I want to add a brim. So I'm going to add brim on outer brim only. And what that's going to do is that's going to put a little pad of material around these so that way they're less likely to fall over as I'm printing. So now I'm going to hit slice plate. And what you're going to see is when I scrub through my preview, all right, it's going to print. It's going to print one at a time. So the question is, which order is it printing? Well, right now it's printing that one first. Okay, and then it's printing that one. If I keep going, you can see now it's switched to the back, it's printing that one, and now it's printing that one. Well, I really don't want to print in that order. So how do I change the order? Well, if I go over here in my process and switch from global to objects, I can see the order on the plate. All right, and so if I click on, all right, if I click on one of these, let's click on this one here. All right, so that's my pen grip. I'm going to move this to the top of my stack. All right, and then after that, the next one I want after that is going to be the next pink one. So I'm going to grab this and I'm going to put it right underneath that. Next after that is going to be this pen grip here, which is right after it, which is good. And then last is going to be this one right here. So if I did that right, I'm going to have to reslice. By changing that stacking order, what you're going to notice is hopefully it's going to print, yep, so it's printing the front one first, then it's printing the second row, then it's printing the third row, and now it's printing the back row. All right. So not only that, but if you recall before, it was going to take hours and hours. Because I'm printing by piece, all right, it's only going to take an hour and a half. So I shaved a ton of time off of this print job because it doesn't have to switch colors on every layer. All right. And the nice thing is when it finishes this one and starts printing those, I could potentially pause the machine and just go pull these off. So halfway through my job, the first one's done, and then the second one will be done thereafter. All right. So that's how we set it up to print by object. And we have to watch out for the warnings. So when you're done with this, what I want you to do is I want you to save your project file. All right. And then I want you to upload your project file to the posting that is in Google Classroom. All right. Make sure you have the colors selected that you want. At this time, we do not have any blue left, so don't pick blue if you're ready to print your pen. But in any case, I need you to pair up with somebody else, set up your pen print, and then off we go. Good luck.